Hey guys, so right behind me is the area that I'm going to be working on. Now, I've already kind of been working on it, so that's why there's actually stuff kind of in the middle. Usually, at least, I have a little bit of an opening here so I can get to the back there. But I have already been working on it, kind of pulling things out, throwing some stuff away. So, I'm going to be working on this today, and you're going to see me pull things out. They're going to be things to throw away, things to donate, things to put in my craft her stash. And so I'm just gonna try and get through everything. I'm gonna be opening up that spot right there on the corner of my workbench. That's where my miter saw is gonna go, and I'm just gonna clear this off because the goal is if you can see, I have my pegboard up there. The goal is to get this cleaned off and this be my workstation where I cut things, where I, measure things out and stuff like that. And then on the other side, I want that to be more of my office, um, area where I take my pictures and all that stuff. And eventually you'll see that side. But right now, I'm going to be working on this part behind me. And I'm hoping that I'm able to get that done. I'm doing this recording obviously before I finish, so I don't know what the end game is going to be. So hopefully I can get at least this section done and have that video. So without further ado, let me get to cleaning. All right. All right, guys. So here we go. There is so much stuff here. This became the catch-all whenever I got stuff at Goodwill or the thrift stores, or I found something. This is just where it ended up. Or if I had like scraps, I mean, just everything just ended up over here. I used to be able to walk in here, and this is where I did all my actual crafting at, but over time and after the flood and all that stuff, things just kind of ended up everywhere. So I'm just jumping in. There was no really rhyme or reason. I just kind of jumped in, and you'll see that I'm going to jump from side to side. I'm probably not going to do a voiceover for this whole thing unless I can find something to talk about for the whole the whole video. But so right now, I'm going underneath my table here. This is where I used to do, or this is where I want to do. This is what my goal is for this, is that table that's right in front of me. I want that to be my workspace. I want that to be, where I cut everything, where I paint, where I do all that, so that if it gets dirty, I don't really care, just because it's just, particle board or whatever. So I'm not messing up my desk. And I do have a craft table, which I probably, will be doing my recording at. But as far as like using my miter saw, obviously it's going to be in that corner there. And, using, different types of tools. I want to do that over here so I don't mess any of my, my desk or anything like that up. And I want to have some place, just so that I can have all my supplies and stuff. And so here I am. So right now I'm going through like my glue and my tape, and I had them separated before and they were in two separate bins. And then just, pulling stuff out and not putting it back, everything ended up everywhere. So this is what I do. I get distracted and I start dancing. But I just wanted to get that stuff organized, and trying to make sure that I get rid of as much as I can. And generally when I'm cleaning, I don't know if you guys remember, and I can't remember the name of the show, but my mom and I used to watch it all the time. And when they helped the people like redecorate their homes and they were purging for them, they had everything in like sections, and they would like separate things into a sell pile, a keep pile, a donate pile. That's kind of what I do when I clean up. I just have different piles, and just try to get things kind of out of the way that way, which is what I'm doing here. I'm just finding stuff that if it's broken, I'm not even gonna, if it's stuff that I'm not gonna fix, I'm not gonna use, I just throw it away. Like, I don't want to keep anything extra. I have enough stuff to craft with. I have enough stuff to fix. I have enough stuff to work with. So if it's just something small that I don't really need, I'm just going to throw it away or donate it. And right now I am fixing a little picture frame that my daughter made me for either Mother's Day or my birthday a couple years ago. The little picture that was in it fell out, so I'm just trying to glue it and put it back in there. This is her beautiful artwork. She was probably like 3 or 4. And now I'm really going to get to work because the hair is going up. So I changed the angle a little bit just because it was kind of hard. You were seeing everything, and this is really what I'm working on right now. And I got these little things at Meyer, and they've been sitting there, and I'm going to do something with them because I really like them. So I'm trying to just put like my, anything that's in packages that can be kind of moved someplace else. This is a little box that has all my pegboard accessories. So I'm just going to throw everything in there that needs to be in there. And I've had this box with these knobs in it forever, and it was taking up space. So I just decided to take the knobs off and put the knobs, somewhere else. And just moving on to the next spot, I found all kinds of stuff down here that I forgot I had. Now I have bins on the other side of my craft room that have like wood pieces and stuff. So I'm going to take that bag. I'm going to put anything that I'm going to organize into the bins behind me or in my craft room. That'll be separated later. So I'm going to take you off of I had an audio for this and it got messed up, so I have to do a voiceover. So I just kind of wanted to give you a different view because it didn't look like I had gotten much done from that other view. But as you can see, I cleared up a good portion of the floor here. And I'm going to put some different curtains up there. I may even put a wall up there where that purple curtain is at because it looks kind of crazy, but I just didn't want to see my sump pump anymore. So as you can see, I have a bin for my glue, a bin for my tape, and you'll see this stuff even a little bit more organized a little bit later, but just to kind of give you an idea of where stuff is going to be, that's like on my foam board and my big picture frames and, bigger pieces that I couldn't find anywhere to put. They've been sitting down there. And some of this stuff is also stuff that's going to be going over to the other side where all my bins and all that stuff is at, all my storage. My pegboard, I didn't do too much to it today, but I will be taking all that stuff down and kind of reorganizing it and making it more functional for me. And I am going to get another pegboard to go onto my other side where my little craft table is at, where I'm going to use like the stuff that I use when I'm recording. I'll put that stuff on that pegboard, but this stuff is more, the stuff that I use when I'm really working on bigger projects. And this side over here, this is all my flowers, and I got this tin from Michael's in one of those big $5 grab bag things, and it came with a ton of huge flowers. So a lot of those flowers came from that. Now, this section over here gives me anxiety, but it is a lot of my, excuse me, a lot of my wood pieces. This is all my jars. I like jars. I like collecting jars, even if I don't use them. I just like having them. And so I did have a ton more. I had like this huge bin full of jars, and I condensed them down to just these two bins that I have here. And I do have a couple more, like just kind of off to the side, that I collected recently that are just cute, and I like to keep them because I use them for storage. Then I like to paint them and use them for other stuff. So this corner right here, this box was decor, and when I used some of the stuff, I just kind of ended up throwing the box back there. So I'm gonna go through that, get that out of there, clean some of this stuff up, and just kind of organize over there. Now this little organizing hanging thingy used to be like, or is, a diaper changing organizer, but this has my let's see, it has my canvases, frames. This one has stencils and stickers in it, and then the bottom one I'm gonna probably put like extra frames and like pieces of what are those things called? Signs and stuff that I'm going to use for something else. And again, this curtain is just covering my sump pump back there. It's just ugly and noisy, so I just have it covered. And here's my wreath forms, and I'm going to probably add a few more like nails or hooks there to add some extra signs and stuff. I like to have them easily accessible. Right now they're all in bins, or most of them are in bins. I kind of like having them like this so I can see what I have. So I'll probably add more. Now, I am a Simply Earth ambassador. I don't really mention it very often. I probably should do like reveals and stuff. But I do have all the items that come in the boxes. You get so much stuff. There's a monthly subscription. So I'm just adding that little plug in here. If you're interested, I'll put that information in the description box. But they're awesome. They are pure, they're natural, and I use them for all kinds of stuff. So I'll put that information in the description box for you. But here's just all the stuff that I have up here. Like I said, I'm going to go through everything, keep organizing, keep cleaning, and I'm going to put all these things. I'm going to either find a big bin for them or I'm not sure yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but they're going to go somewhere so that I can still access them because I do use them. I do use them. So I just have to find some place to put them. They were down here because it's a nice cool place and I like to I like to keep my essential oil stored in a cool place. So this is where they're at. So this is what we're looking like now, and that is the other side of my craft room. It's a mess. I'm embarrassed. This is embarrassing, but this is real life. This is what it's like. And I'm getting it together. I'm going to get it together, guys. So hopefully, within the next couple weeks, you'll see a little bit more progress. I'm going to try and record the rest of it as I go along. But this is what we've got so far. And as you can see, those are just extra empty bins. I like having storage. I like having bins. That stuff's in that basket's going to go get put away in the bins that they belong in. That bag was trash. And yeah, so this is everything that's up here. Like I said, this pegboard is going to get organized just a little bit better. There's going to be another pegboard on that wall. And that little bin, or not bin, that's my craft table there. All right. So here I am again. I got this little storage container at one of the little thrift stores and it has all these little compartments and I have all my little wood pieces like my hearts and I got these bags of wood pieces at Dollar Tree and so I just kind of organized. Actually, my daughter, my youngest, went through and kind of separated everything by shape and put them into the bins for me and just gave her something to do. So I'm getting into this corner right now, trying to get rid of anything that's there that doesn't need to be there, stuff that's just been kind of hanging there. I used to ship a lot. These boxes are full of what are those things called? The bubble mailers. I use them to wrap things up, like when I'm moving or whatever. That's what I put them in, or that's what I wrap them in, and they work out great. So let's see. Alright, so I am back and I have made a little bit of headway. It's getting warm. As you can see, I organized some of the flowers up in the corner there. And that is just a shoe, like a shoe rack from, what's it from? From Walmart. And it was only like $3 or $4 and it worked perfectly to put my flowers in. And I think I'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video. So I'm not going to expound. So right now I'm just kind of going through some of this stuff over here just to get it a little bit more organized so I have a little bit more workspace. And like I said, here I am. I'm just trying to get, I was going to save this box for something because it was big and nice and sturdy. But guess what? It's going in the recycle bin because I just don't have room for it. It's just too big and I didn't want to put it in a corner somewhere. I got this cute little piece from Goodwill a while back. And it's just, it looks like an old fridge, so I can't wait to redo that. I forgot it was there. It was sitting in the corner. So that was a pretty bad angle for you guys. I'm sorry about that. But just kind of, I was trying to sweep up along the way. You know, stuff was kind of falling off and there was just stuff all over the floor. So I was just trying to, you know, keep up with everything. So let's see. So I have so much stuff here. And I didn't know what else, whether I was going to keep doing a voiceover or not, but I figure, you know what, why not? There's only a few minutes left, so I think I can give you something to talk about, or give you something to talk about. I can talk about something for a few minutes. So let's see. So now, again, I'm just trying to go through some of the stuff here, and a lot of the stuff that was on the floor was stuff that I haven't used, and I did end up getting rid of quite a bit of things. I think I ended up with like maybe 3 or 4 bags of just random stuff that I either gave away, that I'm gonna donate, that it went in the trash, that, you know, just different stuff. So this is a tin that I've been saying that I'm going to use for a project, and I don't want to get rid of it because I just think it's a good piece to have. So I am just going to stick it in the corner over there, and it kind of helped out lift my little bucket off the floor. And what I did was I kind of separated the greenery from my regular flowers just so I can, you know, kind of get to them quicker. These are bigger plastic containers that I want to use for some other stuff, so I'm going to save those. All right, guys, so this is the progress that I have made so far. I got the table completely cleared off, or as clear as it's going to get, because you want to keep that stuff back there. I still have to kind of work on my pegboard. I'm going to get another one, so I'll be able to kind of add some more stuff to it and take some of this stuff out, put it someplace else. But yeah, I'm happy with it. Here's all my paint again. And there she is, my miter saw. She's not hooked up yet. I haven't put the blade in there or anything yet, but she's there. I still have to get her, you know, screwed in there, make sure she's bolted down. But there she is. And this down here is just how I have some of my things stored. That is just some corks and the tiles that I use for my little coat. Oh, my hands are horrible. The tiles that I use for my coasters. And back there are just like scraps, and these are my extra like little bins and stuff. I've got my candles, and down there is a box of crayons because for like Valentine's Day and Easter and stuff, my daughter and I always make crayons for her class. And then just some extra stuff inside this box are like my extra glue guns. That's my Dremel. That is all of my glue and my tape and some stir sticks and other wood pieces that I use back there. Glue. These are all my extra paints that I have, and then just some extra stuff here. Again, all my foam boards and frames and all that good stuff. But that is what this looks like so far. So far. And then I did do a little bit on this side, not too much. I did put all my greenery and my really long plants and flowers into this bucket. And then I organized my flowers in this shoe organizer that I got at Walmart. And I kind of like the way it looks. Just have all of them separated by color. and they fit in there perfectly. So I thought that was a cute way to kind of store them. And I don't know, it just has a bunch of, it's a shoe organizer. I think it was like $4 at Walmart. So I thought that worked out really well. And then I still have, I did put all my like wood pieces together there. And then this will be probably the next section that I work on, will be all of this. It's just my catch-all, so we are working on it. It's a work in progress. But so far, I am happy with this. Now I'll be able to work here, get some stuff done on here, and this will probably be where I record. Not sure yet. We'll see, because I do have my little craft station that I put together. So we'll see how that works out. But that is it, guys. This is what I have so far. And oh, let's see. And I have a floor. I have a floor. So hopefully I'll be painting this or getting some kind of a rug or something here. And this is a stain. I have to get some kind of crud cutter or something, some paint spilled and I can't get it up. So there's that. But that is it. That is it. And that is it. Alright, so guys, I am done downstairs. I came upstairs. Just wanted to add this in. This was part of the craft room organization collaboration that was hosted by Indiana Jones, Simple Roots, Simple Living, and Unicorn Dust Designs. Guys, thank you so much for hosting this. This was exactly what I needed. I had been doing a little bit here, a little bit there, but I just needed that extra something to kind of get me past that hump, to just go ahead, go down there and get my craft room together. It's not done, but it's more progress than I've made in months. So thank you so much for hosting, and everyone who is watching. If you are coming over from the playlist, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Let me know that you stopped over from the playlist, and if you like what you saw, or if you're interested in checking out other videos that I post, just go ahead, subscribe, hit the like button, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time that I post something new. And if you are one of my returning subscribers, thank you so much. You know, I appreciate you. And guys, this was a little bit different. This isn't something that I normally do, but it was definitely something that I needed to do. My little guy's in the background, sorry. um, so, you know, just thank you so much for watching. And until the next time, be blessed and be the reason someone smiles. Bye, guys.